Welcome to 24 Essential Life Skills for Parents, Lesson 1, Checking In with Yourself. And in this lesson, we are going to talk about what is happening in your family right now. We'll also talk about what you would like to be happening in your family. What would you like to change? What would you like to be different? We'll talk about what is standing in your way of having that something different, the changes you'd like to make in your family. As well as what should you do about it? What needs to change? What needs to be different in order for you to have the relationships you want to have in your family? And we'll give you 3 tools that you can use right away for becoming a blissful parent. So checking in is all about having a real honest look at what is happening now. And you want to be completely honest with yourself about things like how you're feeling. Are you having emotions like being happy? Are you excited about your family? Are you feeling sadness? Are you going through frustration on a daily basis, or maybe having anger or resentment towards other members of your family? What are you feeling? Right? And it's okay to have negative or positive feelings. I don't want you to have that judgment on it right now, but just be completely honest about what they are. We'll talk about what to do about them later, but be real honest about how are you feeling. As well, how's everyone doing? How are the kids behaving? How is your behavior as a parent? How is your partner's behavior as a parent? How's the support that you have surrounding you? And if you don't feel you have any, well, be honest about that too. Also, how are you and your partner getting along? Are you on the same page with how you're parenting? Are you even still together? Do you want to be together? Okay, these are the questions. Again, try to just answer these questions honestly. Show you what to do with them here in a moment, and try not to put any judgment on the answers. And the next thing I'm going to say is I want to give you some very positive acknowledgement here, and that you should really give yourself a pat on the back for doing the best that you can with what you have at this moment, and for having the courage to search for a better way of doing things and for having better relationships in your family. I think that says a lot about you and your desire to be a great parent and to raise a great family. And you should never punish yourself when things go wrong, but rather continually develop an attitude of learning from previous experience or mistakes, and realize that this is a journey of constant and never-ending improvement, and that none of us were born perfect parents, but with some conscious effort and some honesty towards ourselves and in our family, we can actually make changes to become much more joyful and blissful as we go through this parenting experience. So most parents come to this program looking for something to be different, looking for something to be better, to eliminate those problems, those frustrations, and those feelings that get in the way of having what they want. And so once you have that honest check-in and you know exactly where you're at, you can start to think about what it is that you want and start to make changes to get there. But there's a problem. There's some things that get in our way. And the first thing that gets in our way is, first of all, indecision. And indecision is the inability to make a decision and stick with it no matter what happens. How many times have we made a plan to try something different, or spend more time with the kids, or spend less time working, or whatever it might be, only to have that decision get overturned and something else takes its place? So we have to decide what it is that we want, and we have to stick with it in order for things to change. The second thing that gets in our way is doubt. And doubt is giving in to the opinions or ridicule of others, or to a feeling of inferiority. And that is where we just don't believe enough in ourselves to believe that it's possible. Oh, I really want to have a better relationship with my family, or I really want it to be peaceful in this home, but I can't because everyone's fighting. And be careful of that word can't, because it will really add to the self-doubt you have inside and will cause you to just accept things that are unacceptable. If you want change, decide to have it and believe that you can have it. And the third thing is fear. And fear is the inability to act based on a perceived reality of pain, hurt, or personal loss. And the key word here is perceived reality. Sometimes what we make up in our minds as being the thing that is so scary is just a perceived reality. It's not real. And sometimes when we just take one step towards what we want, we find out it's not as hard as it seems. Or we fear the reactions we're going to get from others, from your partner, perhaps, or from the kids, because they're used to you being a certain way, and if you all of a sudden start being different, they're going to go, wow, what's going on here? And we fear that reaction we're going to get back from them. So we have to be conscious about these three things because they get in the way of making the changes we want to make in our family in order to have that peaceful, loving household that we so much desire, or at least to just have great relationships as our kids are growing up. So you want to work towards improving the relationships with your family. What should you do? Well, this entire program is about what you should do. So week after week, as we go through these 24 essential life skills, you will have a clearer understanding and be given some very practical tools that you can use to make those improvements. So at this moment, you have two options to continue watching the remainder of this week's lesson. And first of all, if you're already signed up for the program, all you have to do is simply log into your account and continue watching the rest of this lesson. You can also download the audio MP3 version. You can load it into your MP3 player, take it anywhere you want to go. You can also download the printable e-transcripts. You can print it out and read it anytime you like. It is a word-for-word transcript of this lesson. Or you can sign up for instant access to this lesson if you're not already signed up. You can get access to all the previous lessons, the audio MP3 files, and the printable e-transcripts. All you have to do is scroll down this page, follow the instructions to gain instant access to this program.